Hello, lovely people. Alice Kavuu Mwaniki. I'm glad to come to you once again. Today I'm discussing something very interesting. Very interesting. I'm very sure my attire already gives you a little bit hint what I'm talking about. I'm talking about food. Food. To be specific, I'm talking about carbohydrates. Yes. And so, friends, I really want to talk to you and share with you today that I realize that we have been giving ourselves poison, in quotes, poison, without knowing. Giving our bodies poison in the morning, in the lunchtime, during lunchtime, in the evening, and basically throughout life. We're giving ourselves a lot of harmful things in form of food, and we are not aware. With time, people develop health complications, and some even die. You could be taking excessive amounts of carbohydrates like rice, ugali, chapati, and so forth. Join me today as I prepare a carbohydrate meal amongst many that I've just mentioned.
Carbohydrates are the most consumed types of food globally, and therefore I want to say something very important that I really want you to take note of. Carbohydrates are not bad because their nutrients are needed in our bodies for energy. But what we are emphasizing on is excessive consumption of carbohydrates. This is what I'm talking about. A plate of, your food, you have your food there, and then ugali is so big, and then small veggies maybe, and some beef. You see, the problem comes in when you consume this. You may not realize it immediately, but effects, come with time. Some of us consume these large amounts of carbohydrates at night, and then we sleep. We have not performed any task. You wake up in the morning very tired, and then some of us say, hey, I don't know what is wrong with my body. I don't know what is wrong with me. I sleep and wake up so tired. But remember, my friend, you took a plate of a very big portion of ugali, extremely big, but you didn't work. You did not perform any function. So what happens to your body during the night when you're sleeping? This is what happens. Your body is busy digesting this food. Your body does not sleep because you've given it a whole lot of ugali to digest alongside other foods. So by the time you wake up in the morning, you're basically tired because your body has not been resting even a bit. So it's really important. With time, your insulin can even wear out, because remember, carbohydrates are broken down into sugars. These sugars are absorbed into the blood. You hear people complaining, I have diabetes and I have this, because you have a lot of sugars in your blood, and on top of that, you're consuming large amounts of carbohydrates. My friend, when you take ugali, your body does not know you have taken ugali. It's only you who knows you have taken ugali. Your body knows you have taken sugar. Your body understands ugali as sugar. That's why the moment it's broken down in your body, it's sugars, and therefore, they are stored in the body, and it results to something like people complain of belly fat. You hear people had cardiac arrest. Why? Because the fat around soft tissues in your body, like the stomach, your heart, these fats, settle around soft tissues. And for example, you realize that your blood vessels are really struggling, to to be free, and of course, allow blood to pass through them. If you're doing ugali, sukuma wiki, and beef, your body requires higher amounts of sukuma wiki than the ugali, and your body is well. You wake up in the morning, you're okay, you're fresh, you're not tired. But then you compare yourself, another day you take large amounts of ugali and you wake up in the morning very tired. And then on top of this, we don't do exercises. A whole month you've been consuming chapati, 10 chapatis per night. You're not, doing gym for gentlemen and men. You're not exercising. What happens? These things accumulate in your body, and at the end of the day, the results are not sweet to really come to terms with. I would really want you to know this. Apart from proteins and those other, classes of foods, carbohydrates are very important, because if you don't take them, you're not going to have energy, because these are the foods that are broken down to give us energy for our daily activities. So the problem is basically when you overdo it and you're not, doing work. For someone who wakes up in the morning, goes to their work, and or even probably gym, you see, if they take a plate of ugali, of course not so big, during lunchtime, and they go ahead for their gym, you see, you cannot compare yourself with that person, you who just eats ugali and stays in your room without doing anything. It is really important to take care of your body health-wise. See, for example, you're there saying, I'm a Christian. Oh, I feel like God is calling me for mission work. You see, if you don't take care of your body, and at the end of the day, you have diabetes, you have cardiac arrest, and you die, who's going to take, that gospel to that place? So it's really paramount for us to take care of our bodies and ensure the things we are eating are good. Ensure what you're eating, what you're giving your body is good. Avoid anything that would turn into poison, in quotes, in your body. Wow, and this is my perfect ugali. Yeah. Yes, so here's my ugali. Yeah, you can see it's hot from the fire. So, like I said earlier, this is just one of the many examples of carbohydrates we consume daily. Their proportions matter a lot. They matter. You remember the story of Adam and Eve? When God created them, He put them where? In the Garden of Eden. And what was around them? Of course, there were plants. That means these guys must have taken fruits and vegetables. I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, so here is my onion. I'm going to peel this.
is my ugali. It's still hot. So I'm going to serve, and for someone who is going to sleep, for example, this I'm going to serve. Use my knife. And here are my vegetables. So this is where I am going to serve a lot of vegetables, because for me, I really don't need a lot of energy. I'm not going to, to dig or something after eating this. So you see, I'm going to serve. So if you look at my plate, this is carbohydrates and these are vegetables. Of course, I'm eating this and sleeping. I'm not going to work. I'm not going to the gym. So probably my body just needs this, or probably even smaller than this. Probably I'm going to remain a bit of ugali in the plate. But you see, I'm going to consume a lot of vegetables. Why? Because it strikes the balance, in my meal and what my body takes. So this is what I've been explaining in the entire process. Remember, this ugali represents all classes of carbohydrates. Please don't just think it's ugali. No, it could be rice. Serve small portions, have bigger portions of vegetables and the accompaniment, be it beef, whatever you're doing, fruits, It also could be chapati. Don't do a lot of chapatis because that is also carbohydrates. Even matoke. Matoke are carbohydrates. So don't overdo carbohydrates. Please take small portions depending on your nature of work, of course. And your body is not needing a lot of energy, please. By taking a lot of carbohydrates, you're giving your body unnecessary work to digest, lots of food that end up being waste. So there's no need. Let's be responsible, serve what is enough, prepare what is enough for your family, for your friends, for yourself. Do not throw food, of course, don't waste food. Just prepare what is enough for you. And let's develop healthy eating habits. Have been your hosts, Alice, Kavuu, Mwaniki. Kindly, thank you for subscribing, commenting, liking, watching my videos. And so I also request you again, if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe, watch, like, comment, say something. Until next time, God bless.